What's going on, people, man? We're back here with another video, man. Back here doing another impressions video here on Dauntless, the new game that was free to play, made by Epic Games, people who made Fortnite, platforms of PS4, PC, and Xbox One. It is multi-platform, by the way, and it's also cross-platform. You can play your PS4, Xbox, and PC with other players, or transfer your progression over to another account. So let's go ahead and get started now. Let's talk about the gameplay, man. This is a third-person hack and slash game that has abilities and weapons that you guys are going to like. It is basically a looting type of game like Anthem, Division, or possibly Destiny. But it is very similar to Monster Hunter World, which was released, I believe, a year ago. Or was it 2 years ago? I don't know. But overall, this is you hunt monsters in this game. The world is so beautiful. I actually like this game. It looks very colorful. The reason why I stopped playing Monster Hunter World was because of the gameplay. The game seemed very clunky to me. The controls, I just didn't like it personally. I do have Monster Hunter World Ultimate Generations on my Nintendo Switch, and after playing this particular game, it makes me want to go try that out now. So back to the gameplay here at hand. Now, one thing that I'm talking about, what I dislike and what I like. Just something about what I dislike. What I like best about Monster Hunter World, it has open world. This game does not have open world. Like when you want to do a mission, you go do missions and you see other players and you see other monsters. And when you hunt these monsters, there's a good possibility that you could possibly fight two monsters at the same time, unexpected. With this game, you just load your mission, jump in, hunt your one monster that could be in the same spot from last time you try to hunt, and just rinse and repeat. You can possibly beat your boss in about 5 minutes or less, depending on if you have 4 people, 3 people, 2 people, or if you're by yourself. That can pose a challenge for a lot of people because this can get pretty hard, especially if you're solo over 2 people. You are timed. You also have 30 minutes to complete your mission. If you don't, your air will go away and you're basically dead and you will have to start all the way over. There's a battle pass. I mean, it is a free to play game. There's also microtransactions now. We are in 2019. I am thinking about getting a battle pass, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer because the game here only has 4 particular missions. Snow, fire, by that being shocked, you actually get these particular elements when you fight the particular boss, and when you kill them, and you collect and craft with items. So, like I said, for example, the weapon that I believe the gameplay you're watching now is that I have a fire type sword. So when you fight a particular fire boss, you collect what they have, and you upgrade your weapons. You can get the armor, make you resistance to fire, shock. Like I said, it's 4 elements, and make you resistance. Also your weapons. So you do have the ability to craft these weapons and also use them against your enemies, and make it a lot easier for you as well. As far as the missions are concerned, I don't know if I talked about it already, but there are. But another thing I dislike is that there are only 4 particular missions in this game. You only fight 4 bosses. Once again, you can go in the open world. You can go ahead and find, plants and stuff like that to upgrade your weapons and stuff like that. But like very similar to Monster Hunter World, you can go in an expedition and do your missions, or you can go open to the open world and just walk around the open world having to deal with a mission. So, but with this, you only deal with 4. I understand this is a free-to-play game, so you're kind of stuck with what they have right now until they update the game. They do have cores, which is very similar to something in Warframe. If you guys have played Warframe, you basically do a core and you have 24 hours to craft it. You can basically put it to your gear. You can obviously speed it up and pay for it, but who wants to do that? It will take 24 hours if you don't want to pay for it, but if you do, it'll speed it up. There are 3 cores you can actually do, but overall, this gameplay is pretty nice. I actually like it. I do plan on playing it a little bit more in the future. You have abilities as well, depending on which weapons you actually have. There's dual weapons, swords, I believe spears and hammers, and there's one more. That's actually pretty cool. Also, there's something I also talked about as well, that there's no many enemies in the maps. The maps are pretty huge. So it is actually a game that I would not consider playing right now, simply because it's actually lacking content right now, which is cool. I understand it. It is a game that is fresh. It just came out. I want to see how the community is going to react, but it's lacking some content here. I would love to see the missions, like you can increase the difficulty to get more rewards and stuff like that. If you have the Hunter Pass, you get more rewards at the end afterwards. So it kind of forces you that you want to make the purchase of buying a Battle Pass. But besides that, this game here is actually pretty fun. It's very similar to Monster Hunter World. Or if you want to get into Monster Hunter World and you don't actually have the money, you can actually test this out, and this will basically make or break your decision. But I think it's a pretty cool game. I think it's pretty fun to play with friends. It is 4-player co-op. It is also cross-platform. I have not played on PC yet. I do plan on doing that, or when I get on Nintendo Switch, I do plan on doing that. Another bummer is that the game is fucking laggy as hell. I don't know. The frames drop. It's glitch. I don't know. The frames are just dropping like crazy. Sometimes it's playable. Like, you rarely see this in game, but when you're in a social hub, that shit there is just ridiculous, man. I don't know. But there's armor. You can go ahead and craft, like I mentioned to you guys before. Well, you probably asking, what do you mean by that? The bosses you kill or whatever you do with them, you get their particular gear, like I mentioned earlier, and their particular weapons. To actually get the and acquire the weapons, you constantly have to constantly repeat the same mission to actually make sure you get that particular item that you need to craft it. So that can be a little bit of repetition and a little bit of grind. That's what I actually like about the game, but it's actually better with friends. Once again, the bosses can be actually pretty hard and pretty tedious. You know, in the middle of a combo, you can't actually stop. So if they do try to hit you, you're kind of fucking screwed. So there is a stamina bar if you try to roll and stuff like that. So you can do flares if you find an enemy. There's no map in this game, or okay, that's kind of weird to me that there's no fucking map. But overall, I think this game is fun. Give it time. This game has major potential. I personally recommend it if you haven't already or want to give it a try. I recommend it. Hope you guys have a blessed day. See you later. I'm out. Peace.